choosing calmness and boredom over memories. I'm going to give you right now a decision-making system which I use for myself to make the best memories of my life. And I want you to follow it for the rest of your life. So let's say you have a decision in front of yourself. It's two relatively similar outcomes or even bigger difference. I want you to choose the one with the better story, because when you get older, when you start talking, even in the short term with women, or about with your children, with your friends, about your life, about your stories, you're always going to end up with just memories, your past, and that's it. In the 30 years from now, you cannot experience life as you are experiencing it right now. So in 30 years from now, you probably cannot hug your parents anymore. You cannot buy that car. You cannot apply for that job. You cannot approach that same girl you see once in your lifetime in that some random shopping mall. You cannot do that one set of bench press instead of fucking dips, some shit like that. Decisions are just temporary, and what you choose, you will end up with for the rest of your life. So from bigger to smaller decisions, going to the store and choosing instead of fucking vanilla flavored whey protein, you choose the chocolate one. That's a smaller decision. It's still a whey protein, but it still affects your life. No matter how small, for the rest of your life, you still end up with these same memories, with the same past. It affects your rest of your life. And even bigger ones. Do you sell your house? Do you buy this car? Do you start a business? Do you quit your job? Do you start a family, etc., etc.? Choose the decision with the better story, because, as I said, when you get older and when you're about to die, you'll end up only with those memories. You cannot buy that car anymore. Even tomorrow, you cannot do, even 15 minutes from now, you cannot make the same decision after you make it right now in this second. You cannot approach that same girl anymore when you get older. You cannot buy that car. You cannot change your gym to experience. Is it better? If you are just scared, I am already going to this specific gym for the past year and a half, and I don't want to change it. And maybe even the same one, if you just spend few bucks just for one training session, you do not know how this other gym is better or worse than yours. Maybe you are supposed to meet your wife, your mother of your children, in this other gym, but you don't want to do it, and then you need to settle for a worse one, for another woman. You cannot make the same decision twice. There's a quote which goes, no same man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same man or not the same river. What does that mean? You cannot ever make a same decision twice, so you can really change it for this theme. Either when you are making the second decision, second time, you know from the past time, I made a mistake, or I picked a right decision, or it's a little bit changed, varying for your own situation. So as I said, it's not only like when we are 15, when we are 20, 25, 30 years old, we do not give a fuck when you are going to be 60, 70, 80 years old. But even in the short term, the next date you went on, when you're talking about that girl, what you're going to do, what stories of your life, are you just boring, just playing video games 24/7? Sometimes you go to the gym and that's it, that's your boring life. Women want to have fun. Women want to join your already fun life. They don't want to be the number one fun, the number one interesting thing in your life. It's a little bit dating tips right now. They want to hear your the interesting things you do in your life. So last year you climbed fucking Mount Everest barefoot. You're fucking at minus 70 degrees. It doesn't need to be something as extreme like that, but it just needs to sound interesting. You climb this mountain. You climb this mountain with your bicycle, that fucking 2000 meters high or barefoot. Maybe you went into another city with your bicycle barefoot. Maybe you jumped from fucking tree 15 meters into the deep water. Maybe you fucking went fishing in some illegal places, some shit like that. They want to hear interesting stories from you, so they think you are an interesting guy, so they think when and if they become your girlfriend, your wife, they are going to have same or even more fun, or at least similar fun as you. They want to be interesting. So that's the tip. Not only for women, but when you're meeting new people, they are going to respect you and they're going to think better of you when you have some fun stories to make them laugh or to make them interesting about your life. I did this, I did that, or even later to tell your children. So basically, choose the path with the better story, because that's the only thing you're going to end up with when you get older. So thank you, brother, for watching this video till the end. Come back to this channel for even more, for even more similar videos. If you're interested in my coaching program, you can go ahead and check that link in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye, brother.